Zach Ertz, superstar all-pro tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles, is easily one of the top 5 tight ends in the NFL. Possibly, maybe even top 3 conversation. His contract is rapidly coming to an end. Philadelphia Eagles have offered an extension to Zach Ertz, and he's reportedly turned it down. Now, with that being said, what options do the Philadelphia Eagles have, and what moves should they consider making in light of Zach Ertz turning the extension down? In this video, we're going to be talking about the options that Zach Ertz may possibly have and what moves the Eagles should possibly do to better their team with this Zach Ertz situation. My name is Vernon F. Miller, and this is Sports News Stream, where we provide the latest content in sports. Please, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified of all the latest content we upload. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. And please comment along with hitting that like button. We reply to all comments. Well, as you may have heard, Zach Ertz has reportedly turned down an extension offer from the Philadelphia Eagles, which means that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to have to go back to the drawing board and come up with a better offer, some better numbers, especially in the light of the performance that Zach Ertz has been giving and the loyalty and dedication and commitment that he's been giving to this team since him being drafted. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what the Eagles do, because right now he's on the Eagles decided to pick up the option for 2021, and that's pretty much going to give him they're going to be on the books for about anywhere between $8 million and $8.25 million. Now the problem is, let me start from the beginning. Now, Zach Ertz, he originally signed a 5-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles, and that deal at that time was a bargain for what they signed him for, and being the fact that they were able to get that deal done and gave him plenty of cap room going all the way into 2019. It's a 5-year deal, $42 million, and he was getting roughly $8.5 million a year. Now, he had a guaranteed signing bonus of $13 million, and which made him an unrestricted free agent in 2022. Now, obviously, the Eagles want to go ahead and ink some type of deal with Zach Ertz before that 2022 deadline comes. However, when you sit back and you think about it, I mean, Zach Ertz is probably going to definitely charge the Eagles a hefty price tag, mainly because not only the on-field performances that he's been presenting, but he's definitely, probably one of the senior guys now in that locker room. The way that team has flipped over the last couple of years since that Super Bowl run, he's probably, you got Wentz, you got Kels. I'm trying to think off the top of my head a couple other. Jason Peters, if he's still there. But there's very few guys still existing from that Super Bowl team. You got Brandon Graham and things of that nature, but Zach Ertz is obviously one of the guys, one of the cornerstones of that team, and you definitely don't want to lose that type of situation as well. You want to keep as many corner pieces of the team that you have. Those are usually one of the core components when you're starting to when you have a football team or any type of team. You want those corner pieces, those leaders, those type of individuals in the locker room who's going to be able to gather the team around and just keep that morale high, keep that motivation high, and just keep the team, the glue, together as a whole. So, but with that being said, the Eagles definitely have to figure out, how they can try to manipulate this situation. Not necessarily manipulate it, but leverage it in their way. In my personal opinion, and we have a video that we made recently about why the Eagles should trade Zach Ertz. And this was the main reason we felt they should trade Zach Ertz, along with, you got another tight end in Dallas Goedert, who's, I'm not going to say he's just as talented, but he's a very, very talented tight end. I mean, the Eagles drafted him in April of 2018, and last year, he really started to look like he was breaking out. When he was drafted, 33 catches, 333 yards, 4 touchdowns. And the following year, which was last year, 58 catches, 607 yards, 10.5 yards a catch, 5 touchdowns. He was definitely a second option. I mean, this guy's huge, 6'5", 256 pounds, South Dakota State University. So he's definitely another option. He's athletic. He's got soft hands. He can catch. He's pretty solid running up the seam. So, and he has a 4-year deal. And it's a very cheap deal. 4 years, $5.6 million, 2.9 guaranteed, 2.1 signing bonus. But it's a 4-year deal. So we're talking about 20. So in 22, 23, he'll be a free agent. And if he keeps going, Dallas Goedert keeps going the way he's going, he's going to be eligible for a serious contract. And now you have 2 tight ends who are making big money if you decide to sign them both. And I don't see Howie Roseman doing that. So, either Zach Ertz is out of here as far as Philadelphia Eagles, which I doubt, or Dallas Goedert's out of here. So, those are the options that the Eagles have to really sit down, or the things they got to sit down and weigh their options. Do you trade? Because if you trade Zach Ertz, you can get a nice little situation, a nice little kickback for him, maybe a draft pick and a solid player, a draft pick and a much needed wide receiver, a draft pick and maybe another tight end, or just a couple of draft picks, and you can maneuver and package those draft picks and send them somewhere to get the player you're looking for, especially in those needed spots. So especially when you have another tight end who is close to being just as good. We don't know what Dallas Goedert is going to, we don't know what his potential is going to be, but so far, so good. So, with that being said, I mean, the Eagles really have to sit back and think about how they want to negotiate this with Zach Ertz for the upcoming future. Because if you're signing Zach Ertz to a long deal, I mean, maybe they can play it out where, hey, get Zach Ertz this big contract, and then, just as he's getting ready to retire, or that contract's getting ready to end, Dallas Goedert, he comes up and now he can get his big deal, and Zach Ertz, goes off into the sunset, happy trails, signs with another team or what have you. But it's going to be how much is Zach Ertz trying to hit the Eagles' pockets for to make this all feasible. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Should the Eagles think about actually trading Zach Ertz to fill some slots and fill some spots that's needed to be filled, knowing that you still got a Dallas Goedert in the cut, playing very, very well? Or should they go ahead and sign him to a big deal? I mean, the Eagles still need a wide receiver. Looks like they're going to stick with Alshon Jeffries. Okay. He wants to prove himself. He wants to let everybody know he's worth the contract that the Eagles gave him. That's going to be interesting to see. We might be working on another video with that. We're definitely trying to get this channel monetized. Definitely appreciate everybody for the love and support that we are getting. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. And with that being said, we're on to the next one.